Well, looks like another early recording today. I'm actually happy about that considering I worked all day and um I had to get this video out because obviously game two didn't be finals was today and I worked pretty much the entire day. So I had about 3 hours of rest before the game. So glad it's an early out. But yeah, unexpected, as expected to everybody, OKC dominated game two. The game is still going on, but like I saw Indiana put their bench guys in, so I just decided to just put turn on the camera and start recording. Not really anything significant I can say out of this game outside of guys stepping up for OKC and guys from Indiana obviously struggling. I feel like OKC played a slightly better game, not the best game still for OKC standards, but they played better. I feel like their defense was better in game one a bit compared to this game, but I felt like just an overall good effort on the both sides of the ball. I feel like it was one sided on the defensive end compared to their offense last game compared to this game. And really, really impressive game from just everybody. Everybody pretty much stepped up. Obviously, Shea Gilgeous Alexander. I didn't talk about he had like 38 points in his finals debut, which is really, really impressive for a guy like him. But guys, Chet Holmgren stepped up, J Dub stepped up. Aaron Wiggins was really big off the bench. Alex Caruso had 20 points. 20 points. Like they just balled out the bench, balled out again, man. Just a full, complete effort from OKC. This is the OKC team I expected going to this finals, and this is why I picked them to win the championship. Is because of the overall roster construction wise, with the defensive end being the mindset, obviously, but also being a complete team effort with guys that could step it off the bench, and obviously having two star level players in J Dub and Chet. This is what I expected the entire series. Now, I also wanted to just point out that just overall team effort wise, I mean, Indiana did reduce their turnovers compared to game one, which was absolutely insane that they still won game one after they had 25 turnovers. I mean, they reduced it to 15. Still not great, but that's better than 25 for sure. You like to have your turnover range below 10 for the most part, but again, when you have the other team have 12 turnovers, that's good. But like ultimately, turnovers actually do factor in terms of winning a game as a whole. And obviously the rebounding battle. I feel like OKC dominated the rebounding battle. It doesn't look like from the statistical wise. I mean, there's 2 minutes left going on in the game right now, so might not be finalized by the end of this video. But again, 42 rebounds to 32, 35 rebounds. I can't remember the exact amount Indiana had in game one, but I feel like it was more than this. I'm just gonna double check. But 42 to 35. I feel like OKC dominated on the glass. This entire game compared to last game. That's what I meant to say. But it just felt like that way. But let me see if I can just pull this up. Let me just see. Yeah, this is pretty much what I expected from OKC. Not gonna lie. But yeah, rebounding wise, Indiana had 56 rebounds. So OKC reduced that. I mean, that's a 20 rebound gap. That is significant. That and turnovers can really change the fact of this game. I said this for OKC. Got to convert off your turnovers. You have to get second chance points off your rebounds and reduce the rebounding battle, and obviously make stops when necessary. And OKC did their job this game for sure. They did their job. And they tied up the series 1 games apiece, going back to Indiana for game 3. And like I say this every single time I cover these things, game 3s are really important. That could really change a series because on one hand, the home team that stole a game on the road can just take control of the series and say, hey, we made a statement. We're going to get game 3 and game 4 is probably the biggest game. But also the team that also lost game 1, like let's say OKC, let a team get a game on their home court, can go back and steal a game in Indiana, and then it's back in their series hand where they can go close out at home and then they'll win the series. But anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. This is kind of what I expect for this type of series, is just OKC has dominant games like this, and not really a dominant game. I mean, 15-point lead is not dominant in the modern era. Even 20-point leads are not that dominant in the modern era. I'll say 30-point leads is actually a dominant type of stat. But like what I expected, man, OKC's defense really took control in the first two quarters. I mean, held Indiana to 20 and 21 points for the best offense in the league, statistical wise this year. Really impressive. Really, really impressive for their defensive end. But it really felt like their offense was a little bit better this game than their defense. And it just felt like that. Like let's look at Shea's stats. Shea, 11 for 21 on 34 points on 11 to 12 free throws. I mean, got to the free throw line a lot. J-Dub got to the free throw line a lot. He still shot pretty inefficient from the field. I mean, 5 for 14 is not good. 1 for 5 for 3 is not good. So it's not like they shot shot well from 3. But when you look at off the bench, you see Alex Caruso, 20 points on 4 for 8 from 3. And Aaron Wiggins, 18 points on 5 for 8 from 3. That's big. That's what you want from your bench guys. That's what you want from your role players. It's those guys to capitalize when guys like Lou Dort doesn't have the best game statistical wise. He doesn't have the best game. Casey Wallace, I know he didn't play that well statistical wise on the offensive end, but I feel like his impact was actually a lot there. I mean, plus 12 from the field, the third highest plus minus. Isaiah Hartenstein, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for the center. Really big. Shea's continue to show that he's natural and underrated playmaker. I've underrated his playmaking. He's actually a pretty good playmaker with 8 assists on only 2 turnovers. So that's 6 assists. That's not bad. That's not that bad. Obviously, the big 3 in OKC had their turnovers. But again, when we look at guys on the bench, Isaiah Hartenstein, plus 17. Aaron Wiggins, plus 24. Kenrich Williams, he only played 8 minutes, but he felt like 15 plus 15 from the field. Big time from them. And Aaron Wiggins is one guy I really want to talk because I really do like this guy. Like, he's one of my favorite players, role players in the league for sure. And he's a very underrated role player. I feel like he is a good Swiss Army knife for a team. Where good 3-point shooter, good defender out there, and a guy that I just want to have on my team as a whole if I want to win a championship. Him and Alex Caruso. And he's a guy that got DNPs like in the conference finals, barely playing in game 1. Got DNPs in the second round. Like a guy that just gets DNPs like that and they're able to just come out, get into the game and play this well. That's great. That's all you can ask for a team that wants to win. Yeah. So like great. That's great. That's why I really do like the guy. And he might get a contract this season. I don't know. I don't know if he's a free agent soon, but he's gonna get a contract for sure. Teams are gonna look into that. I mean, and then look at Indiana side of things. I have a lot to say about Indiana. Obviously, they're starting 5. 7 guys on their team had 10 points or more. Tyrese Halliburton, he was non-aggressive on the offensive end. I know he had 6 assists, but he had 5 turnovers. 6 assists. Not good. For a guy like that's just not good. So when you do that, when that happens, you also have to be aggressive on the scoring end. You can't only take 13 shots. You can't do that. Like, I know people say, oh, you have to be aggressive all the time. I'm coming to the conclusion that's not Tyrese Halliburton's game. He's not a guy that's going to drop 30 points every game. That's not him. It's great that he can. That's great that you are a scorer. You have that scoring ability on your hand as a pass first playmaker. I mean, that's why I say I don't like him. I really don't like him, but Chris Paul is really damn underrated because of the fact that he's actually a good scorer and is actually one of the greatest playmakers of all time. I say that. That's why I say he's better than guys like John Stockton and Steve Nash and even Jason Kidd. Like, I put Chris Paul in the top 5 point guards of all time, that era, because of just his ability to obviously be able to be a scorer, a good 3-point shooter, and to facilitate in the hand. And he's also a really damn good defender. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's a really damn good defender. Tyrese Halliburton, not a good defender. No, he's not bad, but he's not good. But that scoring punch is big to have for him. But like, you got when you're turning over the ball like that, you got to be more aggressive on the scoring wise. And I mean, a lot of his points came in the fourth quarter when they were down by 20, and he really played worse than what his stats look like. I really wish he was more aggressive because I really do like the guy. I really do like the guy. He gets a lot of hate for some reason from Knicks fans. But again, I'll say this for like the 6,000th time. Nobody gives a fuck what Knicks fans think. Nobody cares what Knicks fans think. They're ungrateful fuckers out there. But it'll be great to see him more aggressive on the floor. Pascal Siakam, they played really well defensively on him. I feel like they really did a really damn good job defensive of him. I can't remember his exact matchup, but like they were really making him be like not Pascal. I know he still had 15 points, but got to the free throw line 8 and 9 times. 3-11 from the field. Aaron Nesmith is like the only guy in the starting lineup I think played okay, I guess. 14 points. He made 4 of 8 from 3. I mean, he made some big time threes, but it was not enough. And that's not on him. That's not really his role to be this Reggie Miller type guy like he was in game 1 against the Knicks. That's not who Nesmith is. But, 4 3-pointers. That's what you can ask for him. Miles Turner is tough because I'm not sure going into Indiana. I'm not sure how much you can play the guy because I just think in terms of an offense, I don't think him being on the floor is going to be beneficial for this series. Against a team like OKC, who has the ability to play small and have small guys be great defenders on big men. I'm not sure how much you utilize Miles Turner in the future. I mean, you still play him. You still have to play him in terms of matchup-wise, because when matchups come into the game, like you have Isaiah Hartenstein on the floor. You don't want to have Thomas Bryant on the floor being there. You'd rather have Miles Turner, obviously. But like in terms of closing the game, I'm not sure if Miles Turner should play that much. I mean, he only got 27 minutes, but again, they took their starters out early. He only had 2 fouls, but like, I'm not really sure about him. And I don't hate Miles Turner. I actually really do like Miles Turner. And it's great to see him in the NBA Finals after being in trade discussions literally his entire career. And now look at him now being a starting center. And there's rumors saying he's going to pay him. And I think they should pay him. But I feel like it's just putting the right guys around him when it matters the most. But like, he has the ability to shoot the ball from 3, even though he's not shot well from 3 in the past 2 games. He has the ability to shoot the ball from 3 really well. He shoots it better at home, obviously, compared to the road. That's what the stats say. Outside from the Knicks series, I mean, he shot really well in the Knicks series, but he had a big time posterized dunk. Big. I really wish I actually said the momentum in the game is in Indiana's going to make a comeback, and it looked like that. But then OKC called timeout and went on a run, and the game was pretty much over on their hands. Now for the bench guys, TJ McConnell, he was pretty good. 6 assists and 0 turnovers. 5% from the field. He made 1 3-pointer. He's good. I like him. But Benedict Mathurin and Thomas Bryant, I just think they're terrible NBA players. I don't think they're that good, honestly. Benedict Mathurin made some really damn dumbass turnover, and which was just unnecessary. Like, just slow down the ball. Like, there's still plenty of time on the clock. You have to slow down the ball, bro. I know it's inexperience on your hand, but like, he'll play 22 minutes. I feel like he should get less minutes than that. I feel like he should get even less minutes. I feel like more minutes should go to Obi Toppin, and I know McConnell, obviously. Even Ben Shepherd deserves more minutes than him. I just personally think that. And then, obviously, Thomas Bryant, he's also not that great either. But you don't have a better center to go to be a backup. I mean, I feel like you'd rather have Siakam be this small ball center, but at the same time, Siakam is not. He had 4 fouls this game, so like, I guess you have to put him. I mean, you can put Obi Toppin at the small ball center as well because they're like bigs. They're like legit power forwards. You rather have that than give Thomas Bryant minutes. I know Thomas Bryant could shoot the 3, but he's just not that good. Other than that, like, he's just really not that good. But we'll see what Rick Carlisle does. I think he's still a really damn good coach. Again, game 1 was a feel-out game. So, like, game 2, they're going to punch you in the mouth. You got to punch them back in the mouth for game 3. And we'll see what exactly happens, man. But big-time game. Yeah. And I'm legit praying it's not a 2023 finals repeat again, where the first 2 games were actually really good. I mean, I say for a game 2 for a blow, this is actually really good to showcase OKC's dominance as a team, and it's not just them getting to the being the floppers or whatever haters say. It really showcases OKC's dominance as a team. Even though this is one wasn't the most exact dominance. I mean, it's better than having the blowout against the Nuggets in games 2 and 7. That's or the Minnesota Timberwolves series where this. It felt like Indiana could have a comeback on their hand. I mean, they brought it to like a 14-point game, but then OKC just called timeouts, made the right adjustments, and then just capitalized from it. And that's what you can ask for a team like this who had won 68 games this season. 68 games. And I hear people have the notion to say this is a super team. It's not a super team. Game 1 showcase is not a super team. It's just a really well-rounded built team with a superstar MVP level player, a really good all-star second option player, a really good defensive anchor player, crucial Swiss Army knives off the bench, Lou Dort, a really damn good 3-and-D player, though he didn't play that good this game, and really good backup center or a center that can start with Chet, because Chet can shoot the ball from 3, and he actually plays well for his size compared to other players out there. And a really damn good coach. That's all you can ask for. It's not a super team. This is not a super team. If it's a super team, it's an over-reliance on their star-level players, and the role players kind of suck because they get vet minimum contract players. I can name so many players on this OKC team right now that are not vet minimum contract players. I mean, off the bench. Obviously, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Joe when he's put in the right situation of being a 3-point shooter. Yes, he's good. Aaron Wiggins, obviously not a vet minimum contract player, though he's been very wishy-washy. Obviously, Isaiah Hartenstein's not a vet minimum contract player. Kenrich Williams, right utilization. AJ Mitchell, he's still young. He's still damn young. Jalen Williams, again, doesn't play that much, but again, that's terms of matchup. He's not a vet minimum contract player. Maybe he's a little bit, but not that much. But like, they still have that rookie they drafted as well, and they still have 1 million draft picks still. So like, they're gonna be a dominant team in the near future, and they still have these guys on rookie contracts, which I think it's better that they win now in the long run, because then you have to start paying these guys, and this is gonna be tough when you have to pay J-Dub, who made All NBA this year, or then when Chet comes back next year and probably becomes an All-Star next year, makes All Defense next year, and could make All NBA. I highly doubt he'll make All NBA because the league is really super talented, man. But this team is not a super team, by the way. It's not. You can't just hate. You can't just say super team for the notion of just them being a dominant team. That's not what a super team is. A super team is when they have legit superstar power on a team that just the bench does not really matter. It doesn't matter because you have those guys that are just super unstoppable guys that just fit super well. Take instance the 2017 Golden State Warriors or the 2013 Miami Heat. Not even the 2013 Heat, when they first came, because Dwayne Wade was a superstar of that team. Or in the 08 Celtics, those are super teams. This, like, it doesn't even matter. I mean, obviously their defense is one of the best defensive teams of all time. But you just have guys that just fit well to a roster. And obviously we could tell that J-Dub and Chet are not superstar level players. They're not on the levels of a Kevin Durant or a Dwayne Wade before his knee injuries, or even a Paul Pierce and a Ray Allen. Hell no, man. Hell no. But, like, yeah, man. They're a damn good team. They're a damn good team. They've done this all season. That loss that they took to Indiana the first game, which was a 1-point loss, was the first loss they had to an Eastern Conference team at home. And let alone on the road. I mean, the only loss to Eastern Conference team on the road was against the Cavs. And that was barely a loss. So this team is really damn good. We need to stop being idiots to ourselves and say that this team will lose to the 2019 Raptors. The 2019 Raptors are actually really damn good. Okay? I mean, not like get swept. That's what I'm going to say. I saw a post on Twitter that said that the 2019 Raptors would sweep this team. which is a lie because the 2019 Raptors never swept the team. They let games go because they don't play well at times because their offense doesn't click, but their defense will be the big thing. This OKC team where they have a legit MVP guy, which he's similar to Kawhi. I think Kawhi is better because Kawhi is just defensive impact and his three-point shooter is big. But again, you don't see guys being that consistent in the championship run on the offensive end. To where this team, I mean, OKC, they gone here with guys like J-Dub and Chet being super inconsistent some games, and guys off the bench being inconsistent as well. So, not a super team. And stop hating out there when excuses matter. And for Pacers fans, so wake up call. But you still got a game on the road. So big time for you guys. You go into Indiana with the series tied 1 game apiece. And hopefully you can get both games, if not just 1 game, at least on your home floor. And back to game 5, where the series is back 2-2. And the one team is not playing the hit with their backs against the wall. And you could just steal it back in game 5 and force it and go to game 6 there. And I pray for that as a fan. I honestly pray for that as a fan because I just want good basketball in the NBA Finals. I am tired of people saying that NHL is better than NBA. And I live in Canada. I'm a Canadian. So obviously Canada is all about hockey. But I'm not that stupid, bro. Like, hockey does not get good ratings. Hockey has the lowest ratings in terms of professional sports. The NBA gets more ratings than the NHL. The only time the NHL had good ratings was when that thing happened to replace All-Star Weekend, which was actually really fun. When Team Canada versus Team US matched up, that was fun. But I'm not that stupid. That was like the most amount of ratings it got in such a long time. I don't know the ratings for the NHL right now. And I could care less right now because I'm not that big a fan of hockey. But again, I just want this finals to be good. That's all I hope for. And some of the best finals of all time have had blowouts. Okay? So don't say this is the worst finals of all time just from this. Alright? We got a damn good game 1. We got a game 2 where obviously the home team is expected to win. Hell, look at the 2021 finals. No one talks about that there's literally blowouts in games 1, 2, and 3. No one talks about that. Look at the 2016 finals. Games 1, 2, 3, and 6 were blowouts. The fact that the reason why I said it's the greatest finals of all time is because of the 3-1 comeback. The narrative around that is really impressive. And then the first championship to be in Cleveland. It's that simple. Like, I'm just being honest. Might not be the greatest series of all time. We had the 2009 first round against Celtics and Bulls, but that series also had a blowout in game 3. So, yeah, man. Anyway, guys, video's done. Went over 20 minutes, but this is a good length, I guess. And I have some news coming up in the future, guys. I have some news just coming up. So stay tuned and keep your notifications on. This will be an audio exclusive podcast as well. And we'll see you guys on the next episode in game 3. And I'll record game 3 this time around. I'm there for game 3. I promise you. I don't work that day. And also, I don't work that day. And also, I'm home with my equipment set up. Like last year, I went home without my equipment. That was tough. But now I have my equipment set up, so I'll be there for game 3. So yeah, see you guys then. Good night.